The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
We go into a different Cupid shuffle. Tonight, it's about the steam that rises through the air as the sweat goes down the dance floor. It's none other than the Vaporizer. He attacks quick, but his vapor-like reflexes from practice cup through the tournaments reign true. A tough loss to Cody Llamas, a resume that needs to be built on. Wins to Payne and Eric don't mean anything. It's all war with the Vaporizer. What will he do tonight? On his challenge, his opponent is Leah. Leah's done an incredible job losing to people that have been up there. The world champion Yepez, and a top 5 player and another one, DJ Curtis. She's won twice on both series. Can she get that magic number 4 tonight and get her first career series win and be the 52nd player to do it in 2024? Hello everybody, welcome to Vapor versus Leah. Welcome to the Cupid Shuffle region. What a region it has been. Let's go into that schedule. Dripping M, the other 7-10 battle that was supposed to happen got postponed. We were planning on moving that to Sunday. We will keep you guys posted. And what was a incredibly Houdini act for Bad Brad. He took care of business against James in what truly was a bailout, as Ellison had the game, but a massive mistake on the play green skip 6 combo ultimately ended Bad Brad into a call-out that he got the job done, and Ellison's hopes were dashed. Can Vapor avoid the upset? It's been an upset-laden tournament. Can he avoid the upset tonight against Leah? We'll find out. And then lastly, a lot of eyes, a lot of pressure on Gerard. G-Man, Kev Shear. For G-Man, it has been truly a rocky road this season. For Kev Shear, he would like nothing better to get a win here to stop G-Man in his tracks. We look at the pod as we move in to the Cupid Shuffle region. As I said, nice graphics by Zach. The pod is interesting. Captain, no matter what, we'll either get Zach or Myth. Coming Saturday at 2 o'clock should be a good one. Stream game. Superior Lane, what a win for Lane Sanders. Reverse sweep on Superior, one of the best in the league by many. One of the best in D2, went 2-0. But Superior tried everything, but Lane found what he needed in the last 4 games to get a big win. Vapor Leah up next. That's going to be right now. Can Vapor build that resume? Can Leah upset the apple card and truly find the magic that she's been looking for the entire season? But here we go. We go down to the scene. There's Vapor Leah in chat. Joining me in the booth will be Yoshi. And, of course, Brazil reffing the game again. Jay Caesar. Looking forward to it, my friend. Brazil. Going to be a fun one. Thanks, Eli. Gonna have a little fun with it. Let's go to Yoshi. Listen, Yoshi, this is an interesting one. Vapor has been truly the practice guy. He's been practicing. We know we talk about him writing moves down. We saw it multiple times. He's going up against Leah, who's a sneaky 12 seed, right? 0-2, not good on paper, but 4 wins on the season against DJ Yepez combined. It's pretty special. What do you think Leah's going to do to storm the upset, and how does Vapor stay composed knowing the chaos has been happening as this is an unranked match for both?
So, yeah, I mean, both players, we don't think of them as we think of them as players to watch out for, really, no matter what. And yeah, they may be unranked right now, but easily, if one of them could easily go on a run, and it wouldn't even be that much of a shock. What we're looking at though is Leah just needing to get a win at this point, and hopefully sooner than later. I mean, you still got 2 tournaments after this. In the worst case scenario that you do lose this matchup, but it's just finding those openings, really, making sure that when you're down 0-2, you have to be on your A game and really just can't afford to make mistakes, because we've seen before where one mistake destroys the rest could destroy your run to the finish. Just with a mistype or a missed call on Uno, like there's a lot that you have to watch out for, and the first thing that you have to look at is your typing, because that because after that then comes the mindset with the gameplay, how you actually play the game with those cards. Gotta take this as like two different aspects, right? You have to type it out, make sure it doesn't go away you don't want it to go, and then having the play style that will counter your opponent well. Both these players are going to look for that. So for Leah, really, it looks like this could be an upset tournament, one of those upset tournaments where just a lot of players shockingly win or lose. So we could see that here, but Leah is gonna have to pull her weight because Vapor is not gonna. If Vapor's not gonna. I mean, they both have had good losses, so really, they're both gonna put up a good fight. I feel. I think for Vapor, it's just with those practice games, I feel like you learn what works and what doesn't, and hopefully he did learn a bit as a result. So I think that's gonna be a factor. So we'll see what the bot gives these people, and hopefully it won't be lopsided.
Let's go to Vapor real quick. Vapor, welcome back to the prime time, my friend. Almost 8 o'clock, Thursday night special. Look, man, there's been a lot of speculation on you. Is this practice worth it? Is it going to pay off? It starts here. We know what's at stake coming the next round. It's going to be an interesting one with Lane Sanders. Is this an opportunity moment for you, or are you just saying, screw the opportunity, screw the noise, one card at a time? You've learned split ammo. It's been a big talking point, but another thing more than split ammo has been simple mistakes. How have you been able to, from that last loss to Llamas to now, roughly about a month ago, what has been your attack and approach in the mind to get your head straight for a big match here?
Well, in practice, it's what I do. I practice a lot. I play a lot of practice games, the Century series with Taco, and then the Centurion with Eli that I'm working on right now. It's a lot of practice, and with that practice, you start to understand the game more, and you start to be able to eliminate those simple mistakes. And with the elimination of those simple mistakes, your game starts to become more clean, more thorough, and you start to be able to play better, and the practice will pay off. I'm confident in it.
Leah, let me go to you real quick. Let's keep it simple. This is your third series, third try. They say third time's the charm. Match number 3. Have you seen enough of Vapor's gameplay, or have you seen enough of just the last loss to DJ where you have enough looks to come into here tonight and say, you know what, I've learned everything. I've learned about ammo control. I've learned about number efficiency. Do you have the complete package to pull the upset and make a deep run? What's your biggest word or biggest talking point from your last loss to DJ now in the last 35 days that's going to make you win tonight?
Well, what I would have to say is definitely the number one factor that I've observed when it comes to any given match. You have to know your opponent's play style. So I'm going to be especially on the lookout, like the first match or two, playing against Vapor here to see just what gears are ticking in his mind to make the specific moves. And learning exactly how he plays, I think, is the only way I can truly get myself into an advantageous position here.
All right, well, I think we got enough of the pregame. It's time to get down to business. Let's get down to Yoshi for the Game 1 table call. KT's got the Game 1 call. Let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, is Caesar going to ask the card starter, or am I going to do that?
No, yeah, Caesar just logs it as a silent ref. You're good. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, so Vapor, this is your start for Game 1. Everything's on the table. What are you going to pick?
The 6 special.
Classic 6.
And Vapor does the classic V6. The question is, will he get a G6 on the start? Vapor's in. Here comes Leah. Classic 6 underway soon. Vapor knows what's at stake. Leah knows what's at stake. You don't want to fall to 2 and 3. You don't want to fall.
Oh!
KT Classic! KT Classic!
He got it!
What in the world?
I am cooking tonight. This is ridiculous.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Did you do that last game
he's
too?
the one to post that GIF.
I haven't even taken my shirt off. This is unbelievable.
Like a G6 is right.
I have my word.
Let's get into it.
I was getting to that. That's unbelievable. Well, this is just proving my point. I know a thing or two. Anyway, back to the gameplay. Unbelievable. Green 1 indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Vapor
go
did.
Caesar.
Vapor with a ditto.
Yeah, double 3-3.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just unbelievable. I don't even know what to say.
Oh man. We'll run down these greens. Only 6 cards from both players.
Vapor
There's
drawn.
a draw from Vapor.
Yeah, Vapor drawn. Then now let's see. Leah can run here to get the 3. I mean, Vapor taking this risk on the 6. It could end quick, but it's early. Unbelievable. I still can't believe that.
Whoa.
Oh, might have sensed something right here. No.
Okay.
Gotta come in hard from the get-go, I feel.
Oh boy. Well, and for Vapor, there's no point to do any power play or something. Just see how it goes. Vapor gonna run the blue. Okay. Leah for Uno. In the check.
Not feeling happy about it.
Got it.
Well,
Check.
she gets the Uno.
Now the problem with 6 card Yoshi is you've only got 2 colors. It's risk to take that 3rd color chance. He's gonna risk.
And he's going to do it.
Good
Oh.
move. Clutch from Vapor. This is a little
okay.
interesting. Cross-threading from Brad earlier.
Opens Pandora's box.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Leah for the win. Did Vapor go too many?
Sadly, not quite there yet.
Okay.
All right then. All right. Well, Vapor gets away with the cross thread.
Interesting. So if that was Leah's last card, Vapor could have switched into red before the yellow. So now could have been a save there.
Yeah, that's the check.
But yeah, back
check.
to Uno. It could be. It's all on the number now. See if Leah gets it.
1 to 3. I don't think so.
Okay.
Vapor now continues to attack.
This is for the tie if he has it. Nope, that's not. Yeah.
That is not it. That is not correct. Oh boy.
Okay.
Vapor with a little composure.
Uno.
Ooh.
You know, Vapor, that happens a lot though. That happens a lot. I hear you. Now you can play that Uno call if you want, boss. Vapor now has the Uno. Yep.
Ooh, shoot.
We're looking for something right here. Vapor. Looking for the win. No.
It's a quick draw.
Nothing from Vapor right there. Blue 8 indeed.
Back to the blue 8.
Oh, jeez. Where's Caesar?
Oh, he said he's BRBing, so I mean he'll be
okay.
back.
Just keep it running law. Just keep it running law. That's all. If he doesn't get back, it was 6 already.
Okay. Yeah.
You're in Draw City right now.
Yep, Draw City indeed. Into the hotel they built. There's Caesar back at it.
There he is. But yeah, I think the Leah definitely needed this because otherwise the game would be over. So
You start to think about isolation now. Yoshi, you think about isolation tactics. Vapor's known to do isolation. He's just going to be content to draw this Draw City out.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, what makes me nervous about this? I can feel impending karma for that wild +4 near the beginning. Definitely making me a bit nervous.
Interesting mid-game thoughts. Vapor with a +2.
Whoa, okay. Was that karma?
Yeah, that's about what I was expecting.
There's the +6.
I had that typed up before you said it, but I'll keep the table talk to a minute.
That's interesting.
Let me see. Well, yeah, that's probably double digits. Not comeback territory, I don't think.
And then we're not worried about comeback territory.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a recovery from this point, but I'll see what I can do.
Interesting mid-game thoughts. Right now, it's just about staying composed. Leah goes for the triple here to get this down to 8-3.
Yeah.
Maybe some
she
more.
might be looking for a switch. But either way, it's going to come down to the last 3 cards Vapor has. I mean,
yeah, we're running off the board.
Yeah, keeps it yellow. Fair move, but Vapor has the down 2.
What will be from Leah now? Vapor to dose. Leah has a couple extra in the old tank. Draws Vapor for check. Nothing.
Okay. I guess good to keep a yellow then, because I mean he had that one, but it was more of a scare tactic. Maybe try and make Leah switch. She probably didn't even have it. She couldn't even switch anyway. So
You could, and that's the thing is you could, Yoshi. You could switch easily. It's about knowing when anticipating the timing of the runs and anticipating the timing of the switches. So the fade look we were talking about in the Brad, so we've seen it all year. When do you fade? When do you not fade? That's really the key in mastering the game when you get down to 3 or 4 cards into that red zone, as I like to say.
for sure, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this looking to be an even series just based on this game alone. Like this is the second draw city.
Yeah, looking for 11 here, Vapor. I think they're both content just to kind of draw this one out. Vapor going to do a little bit of a wink there to get to the yellow 2. What would it be from Leah? Looking to get this back into the green, 2 switching. Vapor now can run on the green. He's going to go ditto play. I think he was ready for that switch. Fine with that, he says. Leah looking to run these greens now after the switch.
Yeah, with some more cards, she might be able to. Yeah, here we go. It's some ammo to start things off.
Plus
2.
Triple play into it. Okay. We talk about split ammo here. Looks like Leah's trying to push the pace with some more air raid.
And a 0.
Okay. Now Vapor. 2 freshies in the tank. Stays composed. Be from Leah right here. This draw is interesting. Vapor now can capitalize, but he can't. We go to green.
Crazy.
Very similar game to what we've seen in the past. We saw this with Carson Fitzy game 1, both mirroring early. And sometimes mirror playing is a good strategy early, just figuring out the style.
That's true.
Vapor wants to push the pace, though. He wants to push the pace. Let's see if Vapor can push the pace. Can Leah cope with that pace? We'll find out.
Yeah, with these draws, I would expect Leah to have a lot of the 2 colors that have not been played very recently.
No pace management from Vapor tonight. He's just firing away. Leah's pretty much firing away as well. Very, very fast paced here. Vapor still firing away. Running these reds now. Here comes Leah looking to respond back. All right.
Yeah, now, we're just running down the numbers.
Self-ditto, Vapor in the blue. Ice cold, special.
Cold.
From the ice cold man himself. 8-2, good
there
table
is,
check.
Table check.
I think Vapor had to expect that one. What are you looking for right here? Indo red, it's an ISO back. Does Vapor got anything cooked up? Nothing. Beautiful.
Oh, man, okay.
Ooh, I knew I had to play the wild there.
ISO was good. Are you looking for multiple? Question is it the right number? It is indeed. Vapor can't do anything. Leah for 5 to get this to 1 possession and get some momentum back. Indeed, happens.
Okay.
Vapor.
It's now tied.
Nothing on the reds. Leah for the lead to get back into the front. Stoic Vapor right now, but he's got to stay locked in. Into yellow.
Quick switch.
Tries to shift the momentum back. Does Leah have the yellow as a run, potentially? Goes back to red. ISO play. Vapor needs 1 heaven. He can't. Leah's got the advantage.
That is unfortunate.
No, I don't think that's unfortunate. I think that's an actual move. I don't even think it's unfortunate. It's just that you can plan that move out, Yoshi. You can see it. Now it's hard to switch on the 0. Leah for check.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Vapor that she had it, but yeah, obviously a good play from her.
Hard to switch on the 0.
Switch?
Blue, though. New color. Vapor gets life. On ice cold, he can't do anything. Leah for the 1-0.
I think this could be. Yeah.
It is. Oh, boy.
Only had numbers after that wild.
The game is an advantage, actually.
Vapor, I'm going to have to ask, man. You know, you went with the 6 on the G. Forget the G6. That was just ridiculous. Regardless there, was it a case of the wild red was the ultimate icer when the ammo was low, and you just couldn't work the numbers effectively to get the isolation back to blue that you were just desperately hoping for?
Yeah, man. I got the switch to blue. I had a blue 7 and a yellow reverse. I had the yellow reverse from way back, first Draw City. So I was holding on to that yellow reverse, and I'm like, am I ever gonna get a yellow? Uh, we get to Draw City on the blue. After that switch, and it was after the red 3 was played. I drew a yellow 7. Like, if by the grace of the heavens above, I can get a switch. I get the switch with the yellow. I'm stoked. You saw the quick switch. I was stoked. I'm like, I have this locked up. The switch back, the ISO. That was frustrating. But on to game 2.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Go for it,
I'm impressed I managed to come back from the 11-3 there. That was phew.
Yeah, I was going to ask, we talk about split ammo. You used that +4 early. Was it a case of just let's go a little bit more calculated aggression? You can't really do much on a 6 card sometimes. Sometimes you're cornered in. Did you feel like let's push it here, let's be aggressive, and then deal with the consequences into a draw state that ultimately ends in your favor? Because it was a straight number finish. Yoshi was right to get to the end there. Any thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I just had to play very aggressive the whole way through. I knew when I had the wild was it a wild +4 at the start? I believe it was.
Yes, it was.
I knew with how few cards it was, 6 cards each. Playing that right out the gate was a great way to get an early advantage. Even though the tides kind of flipped around midway through the game, I still think that definitely helped out a ton at the beginning. And I kept that aggressive energy the whole way through. Especially with the red wild play near the end, that definitely the aggression was needed.
Yeah, aggression definitely was needed, Yoshi. You can see sometimes on a 6 card start, you're either got the freeway to the path to the finish, or sometimes you have to understand it's going to be a long endurance battle. In that case, 10 minutes, we're talking just on the border of an endurance battle. Thoughts on how Leah managed the endurance well down at 1.11-2 and what Vapor can improve on? Or is it just a case of just the card start variety needs to change from him?
Maybe. I think Vapor, sometimes going for the card start you love the most is to start off is it goes two ways. I mean, even if you lose, you can at least know that you maybe want to get out of that card start because at least you know now than later, because then if you go back to try to go back to 6, you know that it's probably not a good idea. But some players like to go back to it. They like to run it back. We don't see it as often anymore, but I still see it every now and then, and I don't think Vapor's going to do that, but it is a move to make that might just be like, okay, let's just get back to even and win on 6 cards. Like you could easily do that. As far as the improvements, I think it was interesting because Leah had the advantage early on until early on with that +4, and then with the double +2. I mean, I think Vapor did everything right because what was given to Leah wasn't really super strong. Like, she had some skips, reverses, and like a +2 in there, and then the wild at the end. But a lot of numbers, and really just she had the right switches. I mean, she had the right switches. Vapor nearly clinched it there, but with just maybe gotta think about when to use that +6. Maybe wait for that, or just be willing to draw just to avoid using it, because when you give Leah enough cards, she's gonna have a lot of answers to your questions, as far as the cards your switches you're going for. So it's just being more careful on that, of course. So I think this could just be a one-time thing where she's got a lot of answers, and maybe if he does it again, things could end up different. But definitely something he has to take note of.
Well, we're gonna find out the notes right now. I'm taking this game 2 call. Yoshi, do the honors. Vapor's got free board. Here we go.
Yeah, Vapor. It's going to go back to you for game 2. Still, you got everything to pick. So where are you gonna go for this time?
I'm not going to mess around with any of that luck-based low-card business. We're going to go all the way up to 14.
All right, I like it. Vapor not messing around.
Well, I got a lot of respect for a high card start.
All right, they're both in. Vapor,
Okay.
blue 4. He likes the ice cold special.
And that's the card that Leah ended with in game 1.
Oh, what are the odds?
Oh, man. Who would have thought that? I mean, we'll see what it'll be. Vapor now, he's in an interesting spot right here. This is not unfamiliar territory. We're going to start to see if aggression matters in this series. Vapor's willing to push the aggression with the double play. Vapor is a guy that talks about writing down his moves, playing this one clean. We'll see what happens. This is an interesting one. He needs this one. You don't want to go down 2-0, especially with Leah, who's hasn't been in that spot in a long time. So we'll see.
Yeah, there are ways to be aggressive, and not all of the aggressions are going to work, and we saw that in game 1 where for Leah worked out and for Vapor it didn't. So it's really on the timing.
It's on timing. Both playing quick. Vapor really aggressive with the switches, really with the double play, trying to undercut. Leah's going to play this one good. Vapor trying to get back. He's really crossed through. We saw this with Christian Tago and Superior. We've seen this multiple times when you're down. Try to confuse the opponent. Use a little eye candy. That's what Vapor's looking for here. Trying some eye candy. Really eye candy.
Man, yeah, here we go.
This is a Tago strat. You can see it, and he's trying to do this to pull the pin, get Leah off her game. Question is it one too many? Leah not going to be phased by it and rolls into each color. Vapor with the cross check back to red. Similar to a la bad Brad tonight. Leah's still not phased by it, though, so far. Checks the table.
Yeah, a lot of cards to work with still.
A lot of cards, but you never know. Yeah, I had a feeling. I didn't want to say it. It doesn't matter how many cards. Leah knows when to pull the pin, too. Classic 1-2. Let's even it out. Scoreboard, Philippa. I didn't want to say it, but I had a feeling, Yoshi. As once again, Vapor plan A.
Still going.
He's going plan A. Switch it up. Light switch this. Edison style. Leah can still run. Looking really good now for both players on just playing their plan A. As Vapor is continually trying this Tago style to undercut as much as he can. Crazy style here from Vapor. Leah advantage. Go for it, Yoshi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't have much to say. I was just like, Vapor is like getting a switch almost every turn. It's actually crazy right now. This
is not even Yepez. Yepez will wait 2 or 3. This is truly something that we see Tago has done. He's been the biggest proponent. All right.
And now we're starting to run down the colors. Never mind.
This is isolation back to yellow. Does Leah have more yellow in the tank? Or did Vapor finally get the switch he needed to ice out Leah? No, Leah's safe to reverse.
Yeah.
But only a double.
Just a double play, though.
Now Vapor might have something cooking here. He might be able to stay yellow dry here. And hope for a yellow into a dry. Yep, that's what he's looking for. Did he play the right 2 efficiency? Oh, it didn't work. Perfect. That's perfect. I spoke that out. But he's going to go back to red. A lot of cross-check on 2 numbers. Leah should be able to cope right here, does she?
Yeah, I guess Vapor. I see this vision on Vapor. Maybe just try and run down two colors.
That's different, though. That's a different play.
Okay. Oh my, yeah. He that was
classic. Beautiful for Vapor.
I think this is. Ooh, okay.
Not game. It's not game.
Still a chance.
No, this is looking good for Vapor right here now.
Game.
Looking really good to use that red. That's game +4. Beautiful. Vapor, plan A right there was the CT strats of trying to confuse the opponent, use a lot of eye candy. Now, you're a big football fan. Was that a case of a couple end arounds and then you do a flea flicker down the right side seam, post route, boom, touchdown? Is that what we're looking for? You try to use a little bit more of that post route, flea flicker from the running back to the QB. CB gets baited, boom, post, touchdown. Is that what we're looking here with the switches? Try to get a little flea flicker action in the game?
I did not even realize that I was playing Tago strats until about 8 cards left when she played the +2, and I'm like, well, if it's working, because I had a whole bunch of numbers. I didn't have a 5 the whole game, and I didn't have a 0 the whole game, but I was able to play the numbers really well and switch when I needed to the most. And I knew that I'd have to get down to either red or yellow at the end, depending on what she had. And having that wild was really convenient because I could switch it right on back to red because I had the red 3+4 blue 9 and I knew I could finish. So yeah, I guess a little bit of flea flicker action, but it was really plan A, more like, I don't know how to put it in football terms, a little bit of a bubble screen into a fake pass. I don't know. It was plan A. It was plan A. It was definitely a little bit of trickery there though.
Yeah,
Got the right idea.
I understand what you're saying. It's definitely a little bit of a fake bubble screen to the left. You go one way, back the other way, boom, confuse the defense, and they go for straight. All right, I got you. No worries. Leah, my question and read option. A little bit of a read, but it's more of a trick play. But regardless, Leah, my question to you is: when he's doing all that switching, is this a case where it actually is working to where you're overthinking, you're overcompensating on a color? Did a good job staying disciplined, but ultimately he had the red wild that ultimately iced you out. Was that basically the key? Because I felt like you had something cooking in the green to finish it.
I wasn't quite at the spot of finishing it. By the time I played that wild, I had 3 cards left. It was 2 green, and the last one was a blue skip.
Okay.
I wanted to try and get my green cards out of the way when I could. Obviously the wilds back to back kind of threw me off. I honestly felt pretty cool and like sorry, how do I say this? I felt pretty cool and consistent going through most of the color switches. I had a very balanced set of colors beforehand, so I wasn't really getting phased by all of the color switches right out the gate, but especially when the wild play happened, then I kind of was.
Interesting. Basically, it was a case, Yoshi, where it feels like Vapor went with his plan A. Leah tried to basically do a fade into that blue skip at the end, hoping that let's run those greens out, hope Vapor would come back. It almost worked because think about it, that blue finish for Vapor, it put an interesting spin on it for sure. But that's a very classified win for Vapor to get the one back, and we go to Leah's homestand now for sure.
Yeah, I think the hands seem pretty similar, except for that 1+4 that Vapor had. They were running it down pretty well. It just eventually, when you play red and yellow so much, you're gonna run out. It ended up with Vapor having so many of those colors, it worked out in his favor because Leah eventually was gonna have to draw off of it. So really, they're really good to just keep it there for as long as possible. And with the wild, definitely needed that.
Sometimes it's better to get lucky than good. In this case, it was good. Plan A for both. And have a green interest. Okay. 3 color we saw with Brad. All right, well, it's game 3. I'll take the call here. Pretty simple. It's Yoshi's going to take a table call. It just can't be 6, really. Yoshi, do the honors.
Yeah, Leah, for game 3, you just can't pick 6 cards. What is it going to be?
Oh, I got a hunker. I'm going to go for the big 15.
The sender. All right. Full send we go. 1-1 on the score. Vapor needed one. He got one. Game 3 away. Leah looking to get up 2-1. Can Vapor get this one back and take the lead 2-1 himself? We're about to find out. Vapor's in. Leah's in. Full sender. About to get underway. Will be an ammo start. Oh my word.
Wow, if that is not a bad open, I do not know what is.
Man, I am. All right, I'll do the thing. I'll take the shirt off. All right, shirt's off. Thanks, Vapor.
I forget what happens with wild starting cards.
You can start whatever. Start whatever card you like.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, just start whatever. There you go. Free choice. We can't just. We can't do that, Vapor. Come on. We got a bunch of racers in the server. I don't think it's a good idea. Free choice tie always. All right, switching over. Red to yellow. Vapor going to try to push the pace on the switching. Leah going to stay comfortable here. We'll find out. Reminder to the fans at home, just real quick, before we forget, there is no games tomorrow at night. The last game is 3 o'clock. Next night game won't be till 8 and 10 on Saturday. Blue 9, and it's once again Tago strat, Yoshi. Vapor is busting him out and is not regretting it right now.
Yeah. He's gonna, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's gonna probably keep doing it until he loses a game.
Yeah, and sometimes you really can't do those strats. For Vapor, he knows it. On 6 cards, you just can't do that because you're limited. So this is interesting. He's trying to undercut as much as humanly possible. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. We'll find out. Green 3 from Leah. Does Vapor do the switch? He's been turning on and turning off and turning on and turning off the lights all night, but he's going to keep it cleaner for once. Green 5 action right here from Vapor. Leah now looking to go into it in the green 1. Now the question becomes for Vapor. What in the world is that? When does he pull the trigger? He's going to go with the old ditto. When does he pull the trigger on the switch is just the key. He's averaging about 1.3 turns, basically a turn per switch. From my quick math in my head. He's now starting to understand that when you do this, all the colors get used quick, which has already been the case. Red had only been played once, and he got faded once. I think Lee is starting to understand a little bit of how Vapor's playing. Could have started adapting ammo control a little more effectively. That's what Vapor has to realize here. The ammo control can switch right back into Leah's side if he's not too careful with the switching. 10 apiece.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
I'm afraid the bear's been poked a bit too much.
Really? That is an interesting comment with not much ammo given in the game. But back to red. That's what I was just saying, too. In the blue, trying to use that red as a lock and key combo. No skills. Blue +2 into the Clint play for 5.
There we go.
Okay, Vapor now back to 12. He's going to Tago it up. What a surprise. Leah draw is beautiful from Vapor, though. It's a great one. It's hard to switch off 0. Now Vapor can run these greens. This is where he's starting to maybe get off that strategy and start to run the greens. Does Leah get some top deck heaven or a 7? I rhyme, baby. Top deck heaven or a 7? No. Vapor now can still run the greens and effectively go, but he goes in the yellow. This should put Leah back on offense.
Yeah, into that yellow. No, but like it would be a bit annoying if you did it every turn. So just
Use it as a resource tool, my friend. 5 for Vapor.
Yeah.
5 for Leah. Double play. Vapor in an interesting spot. He can switch it or he could run these yellows. Let's see. It's been his MO. Yeah, you're fine, man. Just don't do it every turn. That's pretty much it. Use it as a resource tool. You're good. Use your discretion. You're a veteran. Come on.
And +2 there.
Scoreboard.
And another 0.
Scoreboard setter. It's a scoreboard setter. As in not a resetter, just a scoreboard setter. Tie it up. Leah still has possession. Looking for 6. Too fresh. He's got it. Vapor in good shape right here now. Using that Tago strategy. It's been working so fine and dandy. He's going to go with a double on his own. It's a little bit of split out. Is this his check moment? Let's see. We'll find out.
Okay, it's a draw.
A bit of a test from Leah. Does Vapor pass the test with a potential 8-switch combo out of here? He does.
I was going to say, it's probably going to be a switch.
It was a switch. It's just no 8 combo. This is check.
For sure.
Vapor in a good spot right here. Vapor in a good spot right here. Leah had been holding the blues just enough, though. He's going to check the table. What will it be? Nope, just a double.
Okay,
Vapor
no
looking for 3.
Given.
He's going to run the blues pretty effectively here. 5-3. Vapor still leads. Sometimes Vapor's trying to think of the right moves, and Leah's got nothing. Man. This is looking good for the Vapor. That's a big play. That's a double into a triple. Good night, Vapor. 2-1. Big split ammo. Vapor, incredible job on the split ammo. Once again, you fade the Tago looks early, right? You get Leo off her game on the first 6, 7 cards, 3-0, run that ammo back, and then go plan A, which is truly, obviously, I know the Tago strat is a thing, but that's more plan B. Plan A is going to be split ammo. Did you feel like plan B started off with the Tago strats, go a little more confusion those first 6, 7 cards, throw a little more fluff, will get you on the back end for the win with the ammo?
Well, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge of plans here, just throwing stuff together. I had a green 0 already. I got the yellow 0 off the +2, the blue +2 that she threw at me. So I had the red reverse and the yellow 0 off the +2. And when she stalled out on yellow, I was feeling pretty good. And then a little bit of split out action there because I wanted to get rid of both my numbers while still trying to make sure that Leah was a safe distance from finishing. So just trying to make sure that I'm playing it correctly. And I was seriously debating doing the +4. Like in my head before the blue +2 even happened, I was debating doing the +4 before the wild and finishing on the wild and then the blue or whatever I had there. But I realized that she was far away and I could pretty easily get to blue and then the triple kill. So, yeah, felt really good about the way that I played that game, and I'll see if that continues.
All right, well, Liam, my simple question is this. Basically, you know now Vapor's playing this Plan B style, switch it up every other turn, 1.3 average turn on the color switch. Do you have a compatible play of maybe saying, all right, I see this. Is there more ammo that you're going to try to do with more controlled aggression off the start? Or do you still think, let him do that, let's try it one more time, risk it a little bit, and hope he actually has to cook up the ammo with the card start difference being a little bit more timid? Because we've had 15, we've had 6, we now have had 14. It's been high, but we've also seen that one low. What do you got to do, not just so much on the card start, but when you see those looks where he's just going crazy light switching like Edison?
It's definitely pretty hard to come up with a good strategy to go against that. In this game, I was definitely playing more on the defensive than I was before. Yeah, the color switching itself doesn't bother me as much, but it's more so definitely a big anxiety provoker. Thinking about what he could have in store in terms of like big heavy hitting cards later on, because he definitely seems to like saving those until the end.
I mean, Yoshi, we've said this before. Vapor is a guy that he knows how to split ammo. He's been to these cups. He's seen a lot of gameplay. He's been to games and matches just watching tape. It seems like he's got Leah's number early, and that's the thing, right? When you have someone's number early, the first 6, 7 cards, and you can back end and backdoor that ammo control, they're going to have an advantage on a 15 card. Whereas sometimes on a 6 or 7, you're tied. You can't make those switches, and you're almost in a situation where you're in peril. Every turn feels like it's the last turn of the game, and it puts you in that anxiety trap. Is that what we're noticing here? It almost is a game of psychology. We talk about every series having some type of word to describe it. This is a game of psychology right here we're watching.
Yeah, they seem to think both players seem to be taking that into account, and it definitely is a proponent of the game that not a lot of people mention, but I do agree. Like sometimes, like just thinking like, okay, they're at like what number of cards will they have to get the run to finish? It's like you get a bit worried. It might affect the way you play your game, and I definitely had that. I definitely have experienced that in the past with games I played in this league. It's really just a matter of how you kind of take that, because obviously with a decent hand and your opponent's really close to the finish, there's one of your options is going to work and one of your options is going to lead them to the finish. So it's really on it's really on making that right move. And obviously those are like the most difficult those are the most difficult decisions to make, like those moments where they're close but you don't know and you have like a few options. Like those are the big hitters of like, and just having more, I feel like they just need more experience with it, because mainly on Leah, because she seems to be anxious when she's in those positions. But I think just in general, with more experience, you kind of understand it a bit more, like what people go for, and I think and you know, she could easily adapt to this. We'll see what the next game has in store. From the looks of it, I mean, Leah eventually runs out, whereas Vapor has some left in the tank. So she's just gonna have to figure out having kind of what she had in game one, with more answers than kind of starting to run out when Vapor has a shot at winning.
Now we're gonna find out what the deal will be now from Leah, as we will go into game 4. Like I said, I'll take the calls all night because I'm in the groove right now. Yoshi, please do the honor.
Yeah.
It just can't be 6, really. That's it.
It's game 4. 2-1. So this is gonna be a big game for you. What are you gonna pick for this next game?
Yeah, it's a pretty hard choice, especially knowing Vapor could wrap it up right here. But I feel like my safest bet is going somewhere in the middle. I feel like doing a 9-card start is a good idea here.
All right, we'll go 9. Remember, what?
Yeah, best of 7, so 4 games to win.
Yeah, 4 games. Yeah, it's 2-1. But yeah, regardless, 9-card start. It's legal. Yoshi puts it in. Leah's in. Nueve indeed. Let's see what Vapor will do. Is there going to be another ammo start? We'll find out. Maybe a +2. We should have seen that at this point. Please. Oh, my word.
Almost.
This is just... I got to stop. All right.
Man, we got the D6, we got the wild +4 start, now we got the reverse start.
Yeah, it's one of those nights where I'm just hitting everything on the old lottery. But anyway...
Yeah,
They don't call me the shark for nothing. Anyway, regardless, green 9 now. Lee's going to try to think about controlled aggression. Vapor 9. Maybe, but I only go there.
The bot's beating the shark right now.
Twice a year.
But we got to start.
Twice a year, that's it. But regardless, we keep it going. Green 9, Ditto play to start. Vapor's talked about aggression on the switches. Leah's talked about aggression on the ammo. It's hard to do this a lot. He's going to try it. 9's a tricky number to predict. Now, can you go crazy with those switches? It's not as easy as when you got 10+. It's truly the one. So let's see if Vapor has to adapt here and try to switch it up to a plan C if he has it. Leah's pretty content right here. Pretty content to just roll into whatever, I think. Leah right now in a good spot right here. Into the red reverse looking for the dubs.
He'll be here for... Okay, just a double. Never mind.
Got the job done. Okay. Hard to switch on a 0 sugar. Vapor tries to skip draw. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, it goes for a rather interesting play.
Trying to limit the numbers. Okay. I see it.
Yeah. I don't know if Vapor usually goes for this, so it could just be just a different, just trying something different.
Trying to limit the numbers, but I got a gut feeling. I think he's looking for a lock and key combo, as in play a skip. Let's see. Yeah. Come on now. That's why I said, come on, Vapor. You can't outsmart him, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I
saw that one a mile
away. It makes
away.
sense. We'll see if it backfires, but Vapor okay with it.
He's okay with it because he's going to have some back end +2s or something that's going to cook down the road. The question is, does Leah beat him to the run?
Yeah.
Oh, this might be
table check. That's a table check to make.
Check for check.
Yeah, this should be. I'm expecting an Uno here, so we'll see what the card is going to be.
Interesting table check. This should be check. That's board check. Vapor, but I said the +2s could be working. Is this it? Is this the right? Boom!
Oh!
I mean, that's not the worst play. I knew you had the +2s, buddy. Come on now. Nah, it's a smart move because
I was kind of trying to bait that out. I knew he had it in him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you gotta know something's coming. It's a great move from Vapor, and of course, you just see the foresight. And Caesar knows it, man. You just kind of can sense the air. Yoshi, you know this too. I mean, when you're playing a game, you got to sense the air, and as Leah gets 2 back there, Vapor goes into yellow, into her center. He wants the yellow back. That is an interesting move.
Yeah.
Leah won a
I
yellow.
mean, Leah's gonna play. Yeah, she at least got one in there. So.
Probably the last card was that. Vapor, the +4
Ooh.
or +6, excuse me, save. We'll have to keep that in mind. Great save, great Cell Prez.
And the switch doesn't. I think okay. 0.
He tried the ISO. It didn't work. He tried the ISO. He was hoping for a lock and key. It wasn't going to work. Here comes Leah. Should be okay on this yellow. Not a problem. Yep.
Yeah, really going for it. Ended up going back into the blue. Leah back down to 2.
Ice cold from Ice Cold himself. Lita dos to Uno. Check. Great move from Vapor on the Ice Cold switch. He can run it now. We're tied. We need some top deck magic. Does she have it? Okay. Vapor to dose.
One.
Got it. Dose on dose. Did Vapor pick the right number? Indeed he did. Vapor, nothing. We're going back.
Okay.
Now, not so
it's
fast.
A 0. I don't think that's gonna do much.
No, but that does. You never know. It does put the pace management though in favor of Leah with the possession arrow. We are momentarily going to have to do something at 8:45 because we do have the next match. We'll have to figure something out there.
Yeah, it's non-stream, so we could be playing it at the same time.
We'll look into that. We'll see. We should be able to fit 1 or 2 more before we have to look into that, though. 5 minutes in so far. We're draw sitting it up. Vapor had a scare. Leah had a scare. Both were down to 2-3, but respectively, they go back into draw city. Leah looking for something right here in the draw city. +2 in the draw. Interesting.
This could be a
Vapor gonna capitalize. Good move.
I know what the word is. It's like is this the bait? Yeah, or like
no, that's it's a true door opener. That's the word. It's a true door opener.
Oh, okay. Well,
that with the double tail.
It's a brainwave door opener right there. Yeah. That's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Leah's turn though. Down 2. We're gonna get the 1.
Yeah, I guess with that +4 gave Vapor a chance to get into the lead, so I that's a good move.
We're looking for it right here, trying to get this back. We've seen a little bit of isolation play from her. We've also seen some end arounds. We've also seen her make a double, triple play after. Yep, knew it was coming.
I messed up the
we saw that from Ellison,
but it's all good.
Saw that from Ellison earlier. That was a costly one. Boy, there's the
for quad. Sure. There we go. Fixes it.
Or triple, excuse me. That's right. Green 2 now from Vapor. All right, Vapor can run this clean. Yoshi, I think it's going to be a case of now when to switch properly times. Can Vapor go back in a Tago strats is ultimately going to be the decider in this. Triple play, looking for the quad.
He's going to go for it in the... Oh, never mind. This is
big move. Big move from Vapor. Huge move. Quint play. Light the candle. Give me a 6-bagger. Vapor, 3-1. Power play. Lock. This is big. Vapor, once again, man. Incredible use of ammo there. Huge work on the Tago strats not being the big portion. And we got to say, man, self-preservation. How clutch was that self-pres, man? Because, let's face it, you don't do that, it's game. And it is a whole different series. Talked about that self-preservation that ultimately ended in your favor.
That yellow switch.
The +2.
I thought she had a 2-bagger to finish, but it was just a wild yellow. And I'm like, oh sweet, I have 2 +2s. So I laid them down on the table. I was because I had a yellow card. I was considering just +2 and then playing, but I thought that was too risky. You still have 3 cards. You never know what to get off the +2. So I said 6 the safer bet and drawing on it. And it works perfectly. And then into that draw city, I just kept on getting good card after good card. And then I got the +4, and I'm like, I can chain this. And so desperately did I want to power play after she played the green skip, green reverse, green 8. I wanted to power play it because I could win on the power play, but I said I'm content playing the green 2. And then she played the green 8, and then I just ran that. Felt good.
Did feel good indeed. Well, Leah, I mean that's a pretty unfortunate hand to lose on right there. I don't got much to add. That's really what it was. You got beat to the run. You did a good job. I think going 9 there's the good move, right? You put Vapor in a more compromised position. Do you think now at this point you see enough of his looks to say we got to live with the consequences to try to make this comeback down 3-1? Also, power play too. Don't forget that. Yep.
Yeah, I was really trying to. I mean, I was considering trying to do the power play at the end there, but I didn't quite sneak it in time.
All right, I think that's pretty much it there. I think pretty much summed it up well, Yoshi. This is Vapor's series to lose, and he's done a great job here of putting all the stops in. Do you think he goes with his low range to 5-7 to finish this off, or do you think Vapor's got the confidence knowing he's got this Tago thing figured out? A mid-tier package, even on 9, it does work. Do you think he's content, happy right here, knowing that, you know what, I got multiple options on the card starts? I feel in a more comfortable spot knowing that the ammo is working in a neutral way tonight. It's not going one way or the other. It's going neutral both ways, and it's really come down to skill.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of tested every range of cards. It's really just on what he's most comfortable with because the high card starts worked out, seem to be working, even the mid too. So he's got those ranges, and then if he always wants to fall back to the low card starts and test that, you could try that too. I mean, there's a lot on the table still, and I think it's really just on picking the right start because you don't want to lose with this kind of lead.
All right, well, Vapor, it's game 5. Yoshi's going to do the honors. Here we go, buddy. Can you close it out?
All right. 12? Yeah, I don't think 12 was played at all, so.
Yeah, we're good, Caesar, on that. I could tell. I already know 12. That's just a double up. All right, Vapor, looking for one more to finish it. Can you get a game 6 and get back to home? We'll find out. Winner of this game, Lane Sanders awaits. What an interesting series that's going to be. There it is for Leah. In, Vapor's in, Yellow 8. We're underway for what could be the last game of the series.
Yeah, I'll say, I was very lucky to get that win right out the gate.
That's true. I mean, you never know. There it is. AKA Mr. CT. The Tago Strats. Crazy. I mean, Yoshi, this is it. I mean, this is what Vapor wants. More cards. He can do this. He can go wild with it, and it puts people in an uncompromised spot for sure. It basically puts you in a brain fog move. He's trying to brain fog Leah out of here, which is it's not a bad strategy. It's just when you get burned on it too many times is the key.
I mean, we kind of saw that a little bit. There was that one part where he was switching a lot and he had answers, but there was one time where he had to draw after the switch. So really, just it's still working out for sure, but still yeah, these switches, they're not going to work every game, but the way this is going, it's definitely his key to victory.
Vapor does it again with the triple up from the 2 to the 6. 2 times 3. Leah's not been really too uber focused on the switches, but we'll do it here.
Okay.
Plays into it a little bit. Vapor's probably not even going to mind that. Knowing Vapor, he probably had some cooked anyway to his switch at a certain point. I wouldn't be shocked here if he's almost content with that and has a +2 backdoor. Let's see.
Yeah.
8 pieces. Okay. He's going to draw here. Okay.
Oh.
I'll say I was getting pretty scared when I saw that table check. I thought I was about to get chained with some stuff.
Well, you're good right here. You can definitely play. Vapor's drawn. Interesting from Vapor. Could be a little bit of a drop back. See what happens. Vapor in a good spot up through. He's slowing it down. Things stop right, but Vapor's in a good spot here. He knows that, hey, you know what? Let's try some. Maybe we can get a number that we like. Yep. Bingo. Got the number we like. He's going back to plan A Tago, Yoshi. Just like that.
Yeah, one number is all it takes, man.
We're at the beautiful medium rare perfection. He likes that steak medium rare. We'll see if he cooks a sirloin or a T-bone. We go to a ditto play now from
Ooh, get out.
Leah. Vapor, obviously, couldn't switch off the Ford. Didn't need to. Leah now with the blues. Seemed to be all right earlier on that color. Definitely favored yellow most of this series. Goes with the blue and rolls. Vapor once
There's
again.
another switch.
Back to CT strats into the red one. Liking it. Leah checks the table. Okay. Interesting table check
You know
now.
what, Vapor? I don't think you should have done that switch.
What?
Okay.
Too many switches from Vapor? We'll find out. I mean, Vapor's not going to pull a power player, is he?
Yeah.
This would be ridiculous if he did. I'd
If
be
it,
stunned.
yeah, unless, yeah, it's a bit.
I think what he's going to do
It
is do.
definitely
I think
would be
he's going to do
a
the
move
call
to
out. He's
make.
going to do the call out. I got a feeling. Never mind. There's no need for it because he's going to get a chance.
Ooh. That's not. Yeah, that's not Uno.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, my bad.
No, I didn't even know. It's only two.
Yeah.
And there's Vapor getting out with an end around play. Beautiful.
Okay. What are we looking at here?
No, it's beautiful end around.
We'll see. Oh, just draw.
No,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
beautiful end around. That's classic. That's the right move. Now Vapor's got the blue in the back pocket as a potential exposed play. Yoshi, please, can you mute and just tell G-Man we're going to have to start a little later because we don't got a ref.
Alright.
Yeah, just tell him, yeah. All right. Back to... Oh, wow. Yellow. Interesting. Now it just comes down to what Leah drew. No. That was the KT line. Oh, my goodness. Yellow skip off the top. Is that game? What a win this would be.
Cannot quite close it out here. Cannot quite close it out here.
Never mind. Vapor gets away with one again. Oh, Leah back to
But
chat.
I will say, I really wanted to do a red herring when I made that wild card move.
Oh. We'll be from Leah here looking for something. Potentially to get this back to check indeed. They're +6 for Vapor earlier in the game, so he's got a long way to go. But he also knows the yellow is not a bad strat. What the play. Just draws. This is Leah for game. On number efficiency.
Gonna play nothing.
Does Leah have number efficiency? We're drawing back. Oh. Alright, that's drawing back. Yeah, no doubt. Vapor's content to draw back. Now he's good. Does he push the pace a little bit? Maybe get a little top deck. No, he's just content to draw back. Good move. Yellow 9 from Vapor. A little bit of top deck having. Yellow 4 now from Leah. Back to Dose. Vapor. Still iced out.
The 4, the key.
Draw City.
Yeah, no lock and key combo. Vapor's content to run this clean. He's going to give her the
Vapor.
green. Okay. This is the backdoor +2 I was looking at, potentially. Just looking for Dose, says Leah. Does he have Dose? No.
Oh, man.
Vapor in a good spot all of a sudden in the greens. Looking for 6. He's got it. He's got a double. One possession lead for Leah. Vapor running. Nothing from Leah. Vapor controls, but does he have any? He goes to red. CT strat. This will open the door for Leah, but wouldn't mind a one iota because the CT strats are back in the favor of Vapor, Yoshi.
Yeah, he's making the switch without Leah even needing to play.
Vapor looking for the win here. This is check.
Check.
That's check. Only question is, what did Leah say? 4-3, Vapor, 1 away. It feels like Leah's got to have something here because you know what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do now, and you always have that in the back pocket because really this
That's
could
it.
just be it right
Nothing
here.
there. Vapor looking for it. So he have to wait one more turn. He's got to wait one more turn. Interesting.
Okay.
Vapor has to wait one more turn. Leah's got a shot. No, nothing there. Vapor looking for it. That's game.
Well,
Knew it.
that's it.
That's it. Leah draws. Vapor's going on to the Tango 32. Excuse me. Leah draws. Vapor's into the Tango 32. Big win. 4-1. Gentleman's sweep. The Vaporizer vaporizes the business and gets on to play Lane Sanders in the Tango 32. Vapor, master class on the strategy known as the CT light switch, the Edison, the Yepez, whatever you want to call it. But it's Yepez glorified because we see this every 1.3 turns. You were switching like a madman on the dance floor. Every shuffle you were making on the dance floor with the Cupid shuffle. You truly were in sync with the dance rhythm. Talk to me about how you were able to stay disciplined, knowing that's a strategy that not a lot of people employ in the league, and you were able to get the job done here and move on to Tango 32. We're playing Lane, who's a guy that ironically does almost the same strategy, which is crazy to say. Vapor?
Okay, if Tago was listening in, this is what I'd say to him. I'd say, yeah, I played my strategy game 1. It didn't work. And then I threw everything out the window. Because when you play 100 games versus the man behind the CT strat, you start to pick up a thing or two. And you start to know how to be able to play that strategy, not by yourself playing it, but by seeing someone play it so much. And it worked to absolute perfection. I'm not saying that's going to be my plan A for, the rest of the tournament, but that was plan A this series because I was not getting great cards, great initial draws. I was getting a lot of numbers, but I was able to run those numbers pretty effectively and efficiently. And when the time came for Draw City, just draw up and hope for the best. And I got to say, Leah didn't make any real crucial mistakes that I saw. Played a really, really solid clean-cut game. Just the CT strat is a really hard strat to adapt to. And she was saying that, I'm going to have to adapt. Like, pre-game, I'm going to have to adapt to what Vapor has to give me. And it's just really hard to adapt to that. It's hard to understand what's played there. So that was a great series. Even though the score might not reflect it, it felt a lot closer than 4-1. So yeah, congratulations. That was great. Thank you for doing that.
All right, let's go to Leah. Leah, your thoughts on this game? Obviously, it was just a tough loss there. You try everything, but it's sometimes, like Vapor said, when he does those crazy strats, the light switching like a sailor, there's only so much you can adapt, only so many lock and key combos. Was that basically you were just kind of struck out tonight on certain lock and key combos, and now you've learned that for the next series as we'll go into T4?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much summarizes my thoughts pretty well. I mean, I think I played decently with what I had, but as lucky as my hands happened to be a lot of the time, Vapor just had really good ways of playing all the cards he was dealt with. Yeah, not much to say on my part. I got thoroughly outplayed, but I had an awesome time. Congrats to Vapor.
All right, congrats to Vapor. Yoshi, any final thoughts? It just seemed like Vapor was a step above tonight, and he truly used those CT strats, as he said, to take care of business.
Yeah, it's crazy how it just worked out exactly what he was doing. I think the best times it worked were the games where he didn't even have to draw at all. I think games 4 and 5, you could argue that maybe there was a better strategy there than to just keep switching. But I mean, at the end of the day, he still got it done. I think for Leah, the only thing I can pinpoint is going for a power play, but I assume that Leah just didn't have the finish on blue, so maybe maybe for her it just wouldn't have like helped her get the win. It would have just only set Vapor back 1. I mean, I'm curious. I do. Yeah, I am curious if Leah like had anything like had if you had only blues left or did you had like different colors.
Yeah, let me check. Scroll up real quick. I know I check my hands pretty often. Yeah, at the end there, I had a blue and a red. They were the same number, so I was hoping there was some chance I could have pulled it off, but no, it just wasn't in the cards for me.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it couldn't get that. Yeah, just couldn't get there in time because at that point Vapor was at 2. Didn't have time to get there. So, I mean, I see. I mean, you could think that's really the only thing that I could see. Maybe just going for that. Maybe going for that switch out of blue just to keep the game going. But I mean, it's still a risk. That's still a risk within itself. I think just power. I think they both play. This is definitely a series for Vapor that he needed to win, and obviously with Leah definitely getting better. But I think power play is one thing she has to make sure that she's got nailed down coming into the next tournament, because she does have opportunity. She did have an opportunity to use it, and just didn't want to do it there, which is understandable. But if you think Vapor's got the win and that's your only option, I would say just go for it, because there's always a chance that it could work out. So we'll see. Looking forward to what Leah can do next tournament. Unfortunately, she doesn't get a win yet, but we'll see. Based on our next opponent, I could see it happening. Vapor, good win here. Going up against Lane, definitely a chance to definitely has a chance to get into the Sweet 16 if he plays as clean as this. Definitely keeping an eye out for different strategies that he sees. I think, he seems to be able to. He's able to adapt to different kinds of strategies in case his current one doesn't work. That's definitely valuable moving forward. We'll see how far he can get with that kind of play style.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Sometimes you have to understand as the experience rolls on, you start to learn more, not just the platform, but power play, intricate concepts in the league. This is a league of 51 different winners here. We're still going, and it's not an easy league to win. I think Leah will find a way one day to get it done, whether it be T4 or we round out the year in T5, which will come early mid-August. But we'll find out. We'll see Leah back for sometime around late June, early July. We'll keep posted on that. But as you said, Yoshi, it's Lane versus Vapor. Vapor gets home table. The winner of that will then move on to the Sweet 16. Will Captain play Zach or Myth? We'll see. Cap has been the protagonist in this region off the Bye Island. He's been one of the top players in the league so far. We'll see if he can take care of business in round 2. The Bye Island has been interesting, to say the least. And we just quickly will fade into the old schedule right here. Obviously, we did not get the Drip M game today. We'll have G and Kev somewhere in the next 15-20 minutes, non-stream game. Big Disco, one of the last Big Disco region games of the round. We're going to finish Big Disco, I believe, tomorrow and set the pace there with H and Seth taking care of business at 10 a.m. Early morning start. Should be a fun one. Let's quickly go back into the scene before we head out. There is the log from our friend, Mr. Caesar. Appreciate that, my friend. And for Caesar as the ref, Yoshi as my co-com, and of course, all the fans from Nick, Eli. We had Brad in here a little bit. G's just arrived for his game coming up shortly. Thank you guys so much for taking part of this. I want to give one last congratulations to our 2 chefs in the kitchen, Vapor and, of course, Leah. But tonight, it was Master Chef Vapor, truly cooking up some vaporizing steam specials. Steamed lobster was on the table. He got the job done. But he's picked the right lane against Mr. Sanders. They call Lane Sanders. Coming Tango 32. He's going to dance with them. We'll see him at Tango 32. But for now, we'll see you tomorrow. H. Seth, back on the stream with KT. Only stream gaming around tomorrow. Should be a fun one. For all of us here at Uno MRE, we're signing off. Have a great night. We'll see you bright and early for Uno MRE Sunrise Edition, 10 a.m.